All right, and we are live. What is going on, family? Whew, man, how y'all doing? Welcome. I'm a little nervous about this one. Be honest with you, just being real, particularly honest with you. First of all, welcome back. Welcome here. Glad to have you. Everybody who's joining live, watching the replay, so excited that you are here. But tonight, your favorite Uncle Cousin is just a little bit nervous, right? Vin, what is going on? Good buddy, man. Glad to have you here. And let me explain to you before we even get rolling with all this as to why I'm nervous. Because doing this live stream, I am doing kind of like a production type of event, right? I've always said that I wanted to find a software that I can share the screen with you guys and kind of make it a little bit more interactive as opposed to you just sitting there staring at me this whole time. Wanted to be able to include things and add graphics and just to kind of make it a full better live. So I found the software. It's called vMix. I'm using it now, right? So I'm not quite sure how things are going to turn out this evening. You and I both are going to be the first ones seeing this, so bear with me. So first thing I want to do is sound check. So if you guys can, give a thumbs up or something like that to let me know that you can hear me, because I got like a brand new mic. I'm excited, right? I've finally upgraded from the Audio Technica to the Rode Procaster. And this, I'm in love with this mic. I could be in love with the fact that this is the first upgraded mic that I've used since I've been doing videos, right? Which is like a little over 6 years. So maybe I'm excited the fact that I just got a new toy. So good. Looking at the comments saying everybody saying they can hear me. That's good. But again, I'm still nervous because this is something new, right? I got a whole. One day I'm gonna have to like take you behind the scenes so you can see this whole setup that I got going on here between something on this monitor, something on the secondary monitor, and in hopes that we can have fun, right? So if there's glitches, forgive me. Something testing something out brand new. Like I said, I'm extremely nervous because I really don't know how this is gonna turn out, man. But I guess that's the part of exploring, right? The part of learning. We never know how it's going to turn out, but we do it anyway. So let's do a quick check in, man. And this is tight. Like I really get to use and my iPad. And don't laugh because this is the older iPad. I hear y'all out there clowning me, but what I can do is I can send comments to the screen here, right? Let's see. Let me see if this will work here. Mm-mm-mm. So when I press send, look at that. Vin, you see your name pop up. We see your avatar, and you say good evening. I appreciate that. Thank you. I can just press buttons and send that, and then hopefully, it should automatically disappear after a while, so I can send comments and be able to moderate and things that we're talking about. So hopefully this turns out right. Hopefully we're not from when you're viewing me. There's not much of a delay between the video and the audio, so it doesn't look like one of them old, 1980s Chinese kung fu films when the lips are moving, but the audio isn't syncing up. So hopefully everything is right there because I had to play around with this for a week just to kind of get the audio delay going and things like that. But that's what we do as entrepreneurs, right? We go ahead and we test things out before we put it out there to market. So so happy that everybody's here. My auntie's in the building. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and send that. Look at that. Watch this. Where's it at? If I press this button and I can send it, and that should come up. Yes, as you can see, that is my auntie Deborah. G-Scape said that's cool, giving me a thumbs up. She's always supporting the channel, man. Much love. God Girl Brown says she can hear me good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm glad these new mics is working so wonderful here. It says, hello, how are you? And don't be no good with the flow. We are cheering you. Okay, good. People are cheering me on, man. I'm loving this. This is fun. So now y'all can see. I'm not sure if you're seeing the chat live on the chat stream and seeing it when I send it here to the screen. Not sure how that works, if we're seeing both. But again, we're just testing things out and playing with it. So let's go ahead and start the show. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the eighth week in a row that we've been doing this, man. So good to have everybody here. As always, I love and appreciate you being here with your favorite uncle cousin. I normally like to start off with an update, but I don't think we really have any updates as far as things in the tax world is concerned. Everything at this point is what it is. Is at a standstill. I ain't gonna say it's a standstill, but nothing's new since the last time, right? We're still having issues with the PPP loan. The only thing really new at this point is for the stimulus checks, right? For those individuals who may have received a stimulus check for someone who was deceased, right? Because they are literally sending out checks. And a friend of mine showed me the check. It said DCED, and that stood for deceased. So like they knew the individual was deceased because it's on the check, and yet still they sent it. And so now the IRS is stating that they should be returned. And here is the thing that's happening in the tax world. We're looking at the verbiage in what was in the actual law, all right, because the law says that any overpayments shall not be returned. And now they're saying, the IRS is saying, well, they should be. Well, should is optional, right? It's a very ambiguous word there. It should be returned. But the argument it is, if that check is going to help somebody in need, even though they may have received it for somebody who's deceased, maybe the deceased person was the head of household and they were helping them out. So, keep the check, spend it, right? The law says that any overpayments don't have to be returned. So it's all good to go. Man, let's say Miss, oh, my good friend Maria's here. I see you there. Said, I met two people that were eligible for it, but did not want it. Really? That's very interesting. Met two people who were eligible, I'm assuming, for the PPP loan that didn't want it. But then again, I completely understand. Even me, myself, I haven't applied for it. I don't think I want it, but just because of all of the little nuances that they're trying to do and the calculating it or whatever, it just seems very, very crazy. So completely get it. All right. Miss Gimme Cornbread is in the building. Hello there. Welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. Tim, Mr. Oliver, I see you. Appreciate you. Just want to make sure I'm giving everybody the heads, not a heads up, but a hello to you. LaMarcus Allen, welcome back, man. What's good to you? So good to see you. Michelle Larson, hello. Welcome back. So yeah, let's get to it. But before we get to it real quick, I remember last week we were talking about doing something, how can I say, doing something special for me, like in ways to try to support the channel and trying to figure out ways to support the channel. So I think I've come up with a solution, but I want to run it by you guys first. I want to put it to you and you can tell me what you think. So what I'm going to do, or what I'm thinking of, what I'm drafting at this moment, excuse me, is a free online course. It's going to be called the Self-Employed Business Academy. And in this academy, I am going to, I'm seeing my whiteboard. You can't see my whiteboard right here. But there's approximately 4 modules. There's 4 modules for this course. The first module is dealing with the psychology of business, because I think that's important because, as we know, we are our businesses is us. If we don't do well as individuals, our business doesn't do well. If we don't work, our business don't work, right? Our business pays us. So we have to, understand the type of mental state that we must have in order to be entrepreneurs. So I'm really digging that into module 1, which is the psychology of business. Module 2 gets into, what is module 2? Oh, getting started. Yes, module 2 is all about getting started, understanding what are the core needs you need to do in order to really start your business, right? Kind of helping you navigate through all the minutia that's out there. Everybody telling you this, telling you that, you need this, you need that. Well, in module 2, we're really going to talk about what do you really need to build a solid foundation for your business. Okay, then that leads us to module 3 is actually growing and developing in the business. In that module, we really dig into sales. We really dig into marketing. We really dig into really the core things you need to scale your business up, right? Because nobody wants to just stay stagnant in their business. So what do? Looking at the raw information, making sure we have plans for that and doing that. That's all in module 3. And then in module 4 is going to talk about operations and management. And that's when, because at that point, we've understood who we are as individuals, right? The psychology of business. We've talked about what we need to do to actually get started. We've talked about what we need to do to scale the business up and grow it. And now that it's growing and it's becoming this beautiful business, well, what do we need to do to make sure that we maintain it? How do we operate? How do we organize? How do we get things to where we can sleep at night and everything is streamlined? So that's what we talk about in module 4. And then I even threw in a bonus module where we're going to talk about really how to really, just crush your goals. Like if you set a goal, what do you need to do to crush it? What do you need to do to make sure that you're achieving it and things like that? So I'm putting together all of that, and it's going to be absolutely free. Just put it out there to the public, maybe not to the public, but, to individuals who are interested. It's absolutely free. And if you want to pay for something, then I will set up a week-long coaching program. So you pay a one-time fee, haven't decided on what that is, but with that fee, we'll do like a group coaching session. It'll be interactive. It won't be like this where I'll just read your comments. I'll probably incorporate something like Zoom where we can actually have people live and we can talk to one another and have this conversation. And I'll probably set that up for maybe like 30 people per week. So we can split the sessions into 2 15 group sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. But I want to minimize it to small groups so we can have that good interaction and I can be able to give everybody the attention that they deserve. And we'll do that for a week straight. But you would go through the course first, and then so when we get to the group session, we can have an actual real deep type conversation. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. You guys go ahead and let me know what you think about it, and then we can go from there. Okay? Just something to think about. Darnell says he finally got on live and he's loving it, man. Welcome. So glad to have everybody here. Yeah. So again, but let's go ahead and get to the content of tonight. So again, about to try something new, about to switch this over. And when I make the switch, I want to make sure you can hear me. I don't want to hear any glitches or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get to the point of tonight. It's my turn, right? For the last 8 weeks or 7 weeks, you guys have been asking me questions. Well, it's my turn. I am getting ready to ask you some questions this evening. So we are going to have something to think about, right? The questions that I'm going to ask is going to provoke you to really think, and not just think, but think deeply, okay? Really want you to look at these questions and think about these questions. And as I'm asking, I really want you to reply if you can, because these questions to me are very deep. They're very thought-provoking, and it is going to take some time. I don't say take some time, but it's not like something like, oh, what's your favorite color? Well, that's easy. Yeah, my favorite color is this. No, these questions are going to require us to look deep within ourselves. And the idea is to really trigger something, right? If you're stagnant, maybe we can ask these questions will help us understand why. And once you face the truth about it, then we'll be able to move forward and get things done, because that's what we need to do to be successful. We need to continue to move forward all the time. So let's go ahead. I'm going to ask the first question here. Are you where you thought you'd be at this point in your life? Very simple question. Give it a few seconds. Let's think about that. Even though I'm asking you the questions, I do believe I am going to answer the question as well. So again, are you where you thought you'd be at this point in your life? I'll go first. My answer is no. All right. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I see a lot of people giving us some things there. Let me go ahead and put this so we can send it. Right. My good friend Maria says absolutely not. Nope. Let's see here. What else? Who else says? Chris Godwin says no. But sure, working on it where I want to be in the next 5 years. Okay, good. A lot of no's out there. Seeing a lot of people saying no, they're not where they thought they would be. I mean, but then let's think about that. Why are we not where we thought we would be at this point in life? What happened? Is that something that we can easily identify? Is that something that we can say, man, because I procrastinated? We're kind of going back to 2 weeks ago when we was talking about mistakes I made in business. One of the things I did was I procrastinated. And because of that, I'm sure that's not where I want to be, or not where I thought I would be at this moment in our life, right? So think about that. If you can identify that singularity, if you can identify that single instance that may have slowed you down, stopped you, or prevented you from being where you thought you would be, then maybe we can go ahead and fix that, right? Or maybe it's the thing where, I'm not where I thought it would be because I don't even know where I should be. And if that is the answer, then that's definitely something to think about too. Really take time to say, where should I be right now at this very moment? And if I'm not there, what can I do to get there? Okay. We're going to get real deep tonight. Still a lot of people saying no. And you know what? I want to say this. If you're not where you thought you should be, that's perfectly okay, right? Because mistakes are only mistakes if you choose not to fix them. The fact that we are addressing it now, and the fact that we'll say, you know what, I'm going to take a look into that. I'm going to figure out why, and I'm going to do something about it. To me, that's a hand clap, right? That's the fist bump, because that's what we need to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm excited because now I know where I know what caused it, and I'm excited. I'm going forward, and things here. So let me put this out here. Michelle says that had a baby and now staying home with the baby. Never thought I'd be working from home doing what I love, right? You know what? First of all, congratulations, man. We love babies, especially during tax time. But they are a beautiful thing. I love all three of my babies, even though they're growing up, not babies no more, but I still love them. But things happen, right? We never know but we can stay on there. Let me get to the next question. We got some bunch of questions to go. So let's see here. Next question. If you were guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would you ask? That's a good one. If I was guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would I ask? What would I ask? It ain't. I figured, I would how to be successful. No, I think that's too easy. I don't want to know the easy answer. I think the struggle in the journey is what makes it well there. Darnell says that's a really good one, and true indeed it is. That is a good question, because I'm struggling to answer myself. If I was guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would I ask? All right, I'm gonna let y'all take that one while I'm thinking here. Give me cornbread had a good one. go ahead and send that one out there. So, let me do something here. I'm trying something different here, y'all. So let me click and send that one. Yeah. So Gimme Shornbread says, "Am I using my talents in the best way?" Man, you know what? I'm gonna have to steal that one because that is a good one to ask. Am I using my talents in the absolute best way? Yes. Am I? That is something I would be curious to know. That's a good one. I appreciate that. Um, all right, Mister. Where to go here? Put this, y'all. I'm telling you. Chris Got Wings says this. At the moment, I would say, do I need a tax ID to sell hoodies and shirts? Well, I'm gonna give you the guaranteed answer for that one, Mr. Chris Got Wings. The answer is no. Right? The answer is no, you don't need a tax ID number. You only need a tax ID number when you're going to hire employees. You only need a tax ID number if you are an actual entity like an LLC or a C Corp. That is the only time that you need a tax ID number. Outside of that, the answer is no. All right. So good one. Something to think about. Oh man, you know, y'all got some good ones coming through here. Let's see here. Michelle said, "Am I going to be able to make more money by buying a Glowforge laser cutter?" Some good things there. I like what Maria says here. She says that, where'd it go? Did I send it? No, let me send it here to the screen. Probably how to cure disease like cancer. Wow, that right there is real humble. That's a good one. That should have been one across my mind, saying that I've lost multiple family members to that. So that probably would be something I would ask there. Oh man, good. Oh, we having some good ones. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's move to the next one here. Here's one that's very interesting. What do you do when you have nothing to do? Very good question there. Be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and just answer this one. What do I do when I have nothing to do? I sleep. For whatever reason, I sleep. I guess because I have so much going on right now, so much in my thought process, so many activities. We leave work, go home. I have, an entire family that requires, demands, and needs my attention. We like to do things outside family. You know, so many things that I'm doing that when I'm idle, I pass out. You know, my wife talks about me all the time because when I go home and after we've done and had family activities and I'm sitting at home and I'm everybody's at that done and we finished eating and all the activities done and I sit there, I am out. I'll be sitting in a chair, head back, just woo. Then they wake me up and clown a little bit, but yeah, that's what I do when I have nothing to do. But let's see here. We have some comments that says, Michelle says, watch too much YouTube. That is what she does when they have nothing to do. I completely understand. I get it. Gimme Cornbread says, nothing to do, LOL. I do until I pass out and sleep. Okay, that works. That's exactly what I do. What else here we see coming up? Always search for answers for anything from business just to plan stuff. That's good. That's right there to me is probably one of the best things, the best use of time. Always tell people that when you have nothing to do, at that point, you can do anything you want to do, right? Like, and I guess I reference that to individuals who come and say, man, I'm not working right now. Nothing is really happening. I have nothing to do. And I'm like, right now, this is the opportunity to do everything you ever wanted to do. That's exactly what you need to do when you have nothing to do, is do everything you want to do. All right, I hope that makes sense. I feel like that's just a little much going on there. All right, so let's move on to the next one here because what time is it? We have been going on just for a few minutes here. My time, let's see here. All right, let's go to the next question to ask here. Oh man, this is a good one. If you had a working time machine, where would you go and why? It's a good one. If I had a working time machine, where would I go and why? For me, I would visit the the time before man came to play. I guess as far as nature goes, because I'm a nature fanatic. I love watching Discovery Channel. I love watching Nat Geo. I love watching anything that has to deal with nature. So I would like to go back to the time before there were cities, before we had all of the things that we have now, and just to see how nature was in its core element. Just to really see how the animals that existed back there before extinction. Um, then I would go to the 70s era. I'm a real old school fanatic, man. I love listening to old school music, oldies, the Temptations, Marvin Gaye, the Dramatics, man. It just seemed like when I watched those videos on YouTube, like time was just such a better time back then. And so I would love to be there. Give me Cornbread says we go 12 months into the future to see what the world look like by then. That's a good one. Traveling into the future to kind of predict maybe what the future self would be, but that'd be chill. You would go to the future. Well, I guess that wouldn't be right. Like, I mean, I can see going to the past and telling my past self to do some things, but I'll be honest with you. If I had a working time machine, I would not alter my past. I would not go back and tell myself different things like, oh man, you got to invest in Google. I wouldn't do that because I do believe things would be different for me if I did that. Like if I had invested in Google back then, maybe I wouldn't have been at the job that I was at where I met my wife. And if that wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't have had my 3 beautiful children, man. So there's just certain things in my past that even though, yeah, I wish I would have done things differently, I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. My kids ask me all the time, what would you do differently? And I'd be like, honestly, I wouldn't do nothing because I'd be afraid that if I did it differently, I wouldn't be here with y'all right now. So, and I'm loving where I am right now in life with my family, with my kids. I wouldn't change anything. So for me, yeah, that's pretty much a no-brainer. Yes, it's like Vince here. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. Vince specifically says that he would go back to the early days of Google and Apple invest. Indeed. I mean, the money side of me says yes, definitely go back to those days and do so. Man, some amazing things are coming across here. Just waiting for it to populate here. Let's see here. So man, even Michelle Larson has a good one. Says she would go back to last year and tell my uncle that I love him. Matter of fact, let me put that up on the screen. I gotta share that one. So go back to last year, tell my uncle that I love him, and explain to him how he changed my life. Wow. That's amazing, man. My condolences for you. I know how it feels to lose an uncle because I recently just lost one. Trying to say that without really getting emotional, but completely understand that, man. And if I can go back, I definitely would always go back in time and hug the loved ones because you just want to spend that much more time with them. Man, yeah. So I ain't even go on that one right there. So not gonna get emotional tonight. We're gonna go to the next question as we're gonna get here. The next one. What is the biggest waste of time in your life? What is the biggest waste of time in your life? I think this is going to be some very interesting things here. I'm really curious to know what is going to be the biggest wastes of time in your life. That's a hard one for me to question. I don't I don't think I waste time, right? I mean, my time is so filled with other things. I would like to say maybe TV, but then I can't say TV because honestly, uh, watching TV or what's the word when we overconsume something that slips my mind right now. When me and my wife, that's like our bonding time where we've done the family thing with the kids and the kids are now off to their room. Binge watch, that's the word I was looking for. The wife and I will just sit back, find something on Netflix to binge watch, and that's our time because we sitting there cuddled up with each other binge watching. So I don't want to say that TV is a waste of time. Um, let's see here. What else? Somebody said, well, Lamarcus Aldis said he had to cut off Facebook. All right, he had to cut off Facebook. That was being a waste of time. But it depends. Are you researching, or are you like, if as an entrepreneur, are you looking at Facebook, seeing what other people are looking at, or are you trying to figure out, well, what works, what niche? Are you studying your audience? Is that one kind of thing? Or are you really just sitting on there scrolling through the feed, looking at memes and reading things? But I agree with you, Mr. Allen, because I completely had to cut out social media because you can get caught up in the trap on that, right? I'll be on Facebook all the time, just like laughing and scrolling, and then look up and 2-3 hours have passed. So completely got you. Another one, Michelle Larson says, watching dumb YouTube videos, vlog mostly, watch other family. We should be focused on our own. Yes, that is something that can definitely be a good waste of time there. Sketches to Design says this. Put it up on the screen here. Over analyzing things and not just putting the trigger. Man, you and I are here with that because as I was thinking, like, what is the biggest waste of time in my life? It is the fact that I sit here and I just think and I'm over analyzing. I'm playing things out of my mind. It's not happening when I really need to just, here's the idea. Here is the basics of the idea. Here is how it aligns with the vision, and execute. That's exactly what I need to do. And like I said, asking myself the question, what is the biggest waste of time? And being able to identify that overanalyzing is my thing. I think I'm becoming more productive because I'm really just starting to pull the trigger on things and not trying to perfect it. If it works, it works. Hey, if it doesn't, then what didn't work? Learn from it. Let's go back into the lab, do it again, try the different process and get it right, right? So even tonight doing live with this whole production type thing going on, man, had me absolutely nervous. I almost didn't do it. But I was like, let me stop over analyzing. Let me hit go and let's see what happens, right? That was completely what I did, man. So definitely appreciate that one there. Let's see here. We got some good ones coming up. People saying that if they could, they spend more time with mom, get the care that she needed. Amen to that. Oh, man. Ooh, here's a good one. So Maria says, let's see, that wasted like 4 years. Wow, I'm trying to survive in an unstable career, right? Freelance radio was wow. Didn't know you did freelance radio. You come up here and broadcast with me. Amazing, man. Oh, good. So let's go ahead and where we at, get to a couple of more questions here. But y'all keep giving on, man. I'm loving everything that I'm seeing. All the comments that's coming in, answering these questions, man. What's amazing is the fact that you guys are recognizing outwardly some of the things that we can change to be more productive, to be more efficient, to be better business owners, right? I'm so glad that this is happening right now. This is amazing. So let's see, what is the next question? Let me go ahead and put this one on here. Ooh, deep. When will you be good enough for you? I'm gonna let that one soak in for a minute. Plus, I'm gonna take a drink. So again, when will you be good enough for you? Oh man, I like that question, and I chose to put that question out there because that was something that I struggle with uh, personally because I'm a perfectionist, I guess. Certain things have to be right before I can do it. And on one end, that's good, right? It's good to say you always got to be better than yourself. You always got to outdo yourself, right? There's been a lot of I don't want to say memes, but a lot of things I've seen on social media that have said, my goal is to outdo the old me. My goal is to be better than me. I mean, so that I get that. But at a certain point, if that's not checked, if we don't have that in balance, that can be extremely over consuming. That can almost depress us. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll never be good enough, right? And trying to be good enough is something that we strive for. But if we have this mindset that even to ourselves, we are never good enough, we can go into a downward spiral. And that's what I don't want to happen. So we have to set a boundary. We have to set a line that says, okay, you know what? Once I've reached this goal, once I've attained this, then I should be good. And me, myself, I always want to keep going. I always want to do what's next, right? Like what's next was like one of my screensavers, right? I had made this beautiful what's next, had it in a special font, and it was right. Every time I opened my laptop, the first thing that hit me was what's next, right? Like what are we doing today? What are we all doing? I was constantly going, but I was also on burnout. I was trying to be so much better than yesterday that I couldn't even enjoy the spoils of my work. I couldn't even enjoy anything that I had ever done, right? Because I was always what's next. No time to really worry about the past. So I had to ask myself, man, when will I be good enough? At what point am I going to be satisfied with the works that I've done thus far? Right? Of course, nobody ever wants to stop. You do one thing, you stop. No, but where's the balance at? You've done this thing. It's produced a certain amount of results. When are you going to enjoy those results, right? So let's see here. Let me go here. Michelle says, honestly, never. There's always room for improvement. Sad but true. That's true. There will always be room for improvement, but is that mentality positive one, or is that a good one, right? What else here? It says, well, Mr. Vin says this. He says, when I can maintain a constant cash flow. I like that one because to me, you're not putting yourself in a downward spiral, right? Like you're not trying to compete with yesterday. You're saying, look, I have a goal. And once I've reached that goal, then at that point, I'm good, right? I'm cool. I've set this goal. I've attained it. And here I am. So now I'm good enough for me. I like that one, Vin. So let's see here. Let me go to some more comments here. Mr. Darnell says that he's fighting with himself on getting my mindset. So I think, okay, good. Our minds, we are our biggest enemies here. And I think somebody just said that they are their biggest critic, or we are our own biggest critics. And yes, that is absolutely true. Yes, I am. Chris Wing says, I'm testing us for real now. Yes, I am making us dig real deep into our mental, into our psyche. So, because again, if we can face these things and overcome them, man, there will be no stopping us. When we set our minds to do things in our business, you talk about success. Oh my goodness. But we have to face these things first in order to get past these barriers, to open these doors, and then we'll be good to go. Yes, Maria, we know we are our own worst critics. That is definitely the case with your favorite uncle cousin. some things just won't be good enough for me. So yeah. But you know what? Ms. Larson says that her outlook wasn't positive and it's something that she really needs to work on. Again, I don't see it as being a negative as long as there's a balance. Okay. You want to be able to say, okay, I am going to challenge myself because that's what we want to do. As entrepreneurs, it's kind of inbred. We always challenge ourselves. That's what makes us different from other people, right? Entrepreneurs, the whole definition means to somebody who takes risks. So we are going to always challenge ourselves. But I think the idea is to just have balance, all right? So remember that question. My man Christopher Green said that I was definitely challenging y'all on that one, and that's absolutely true. But I want to challenge you because I want you to challenge yourself so that you can be the best. I want us to come out of this champions, right? When all this is said and done and things start to go back to normal, if normal even happens again, we don't know what the new normal will be, but whatever it is, when we come out of this, we are going to come out of this just that much better because we face these things and we've done great things with them. So next question. Have you done anything lately worth remembering? Have we done or have I done anything lately? I guess the key word in that is lately. I don't know how we want to define lately. Lately can be within the last, I don't know, you make your time frame. Lately can be a year from now, last year. Lately can be yesterday. I don't know. Lately. But the question is, have you done anything lately that is worth remembering? And now I got to think about that. I'm going to say yes. I see some amazing, funny comments up there. I'll make sure I post that, but I'm going to talk. So my daughter probably going to kill me for putting this out there, but I'm going to put it out there. So my daughter is a teenager. Well, she's 15. And we had a conversation, and I respect her and I love her for really coming to me with this about dating. And as much as I hate it, as much as I am against it, because as daddy's girl, nobody will ever be good enough for my daughter. I know it's a terrible outlook, but that's my princess. I love her. And we had the conversation about dating and priorities and things like that. And I can't stop it right now. When she came at me, I made emergency phone calls, called my brother, my friends, like, look, man, my world is crumbling right now. It's happening. She's at that age. I've tried to prevent it, but here we are. My daughter wants to date. And, she liked this boy. The situation didn't pan out the way she wanted to, so she was very upset by it. And it bothered me to see her upset, right? So what I did, I think I did what any good daddy would do. We took a drive and we went and just had a conversation. And, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted in the story, I kind of took a picture of the scene where we were at, because we were over some cliffs and it was a clear night and you can hear the water running up against the cliffs and the moon was out and it was just this beautiful view. And we had the conversation. We had probably one of the most deepest conversations we've had as a father and daughter in a very long time. And I think at the end of the conversation, she understood, she felt better. And I was like a proud dad at that moment, So I think that's what I've done that was worth remembering. My story may be a little bit much compared to y'all's. But yes. So let's see here. Wow. What some of you guys have done. For real, LaMarcus, that's the greatest thing you've done. Worth remembering was your taxes. Okay. I guess that's something worth remembering, doing your taxes. Vin says that he cut your losses with an affiliate program. Okay, that's something very interesting to talk about as a revenue stream affiliate, but you cut your losses with it. To me, that makes it seem like it wasn't doing what you wanted it to do. So glad that you did that there. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's bring something else here. Maria says that her first year's independent taxpayer. Yes, that is definitely some. Remember all my questions. Blasting the inbox. Trust me, you didn't blast the inbox. Those are questions that we all have as tax professionals. I remember my first year as a professional did the same exact thing, and I had questions, and I'm just glad that I was here to help answer them. So definitely. Let's see here. What is Miss Cornbread talking about? Said before, stay at home. I visited my parents. Did much need to work around the house. Good. So you went and helped the parents out. That's definitely something worth remembering. And I threw that out there because as I want us to reflect that, we do some good, right? We don't just sit around here and grind and work and hustle all day. We do some good, right? So to go to the parents' house and do some good things, man, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Michelle says that she decided to change the business plan and start making barnwood signs. Okay, good. Changing things up, definitely worth remembering, especially if that change, you can look back 5 years from now, like that one simple change made me a millionaire. Okay, so good. Let's go on to the next question here. Want to kind of get through this before our hour is up. We got about 15 minutes, so I'm going to just kind of blast through these. This question here says, what do you want to be remembered for? That is an excellent question. To me, that question is a setup question because to answer that question, that means that you actually have to do what it is that you answered. Whatever it is that you want to be remembered for, then that is what you should be working on right now. Right now, today, whatever that is, work on it. For me, what I want to be remembered for is helping as many people as possible become successful entrepreneurs. That's one of the things, right? As far as that, I want to be remembered as the greatest father, right? Proud dad, love my kids, as the greatest husband. I want to be remembered for just being good to people. I really want to people when they say, "Oh, favorite uncle cousin, he helped me out. He cool. I love him." I just want to be remembered for doing good. Okay. So what are some of the things that you want to be remembered for? Let's go ahead and see what we got coming up here. Michelle Larson says she wants to be remembered for someone who's always there for everyone. And that is very admirable. I like that. I would say that do it, but definitely have your boundaries, because when people know that you want to be there for them and you act on that, individuals will at that point start to take advantage of you almost. Like, I see it, because I'm there for everybody. I answer every comment I do my best to answer every comment that is shown on the YouTube videos. I do my best to answer every email that comes my way, every direct message that somebody sends me on Facebook or Messenger or Instagram. I do my best to answer every single comment. But there are those individuals who will not just ask a question, they will sit up there and write me a book and want me to answer everything absolutely free and not even think about saying, "Hey, let me pay you for your time," right? Because this is more than just a simple question. This is something that requires research, that requires this, and they just like, "No, just answer my question." And I'd be like, "Well, that seems a little bit beyond the scope of a single question. Consider booking an appointment." And guess what? You never hear from them. But I've learned to deal with that because, like Michelle, I do want to be there for everybody, but I understand that sometimes people can take advantage of that. So, make sure that we are mindful of that. Okay, so let's see here. Sketches to Design says they simply want to be a good person. That is definitely admirable. We all want to be that good person, indeed. Miss Cornbread has stated, let me put it back up here, that wants to be an example of self-motivation, resilience, especially for daughter, nieces, and nephews. Man, being a good example, that is wonderful. And that's what I'm talking about. We all have good in us. There have not been one negative question or negative response that has come out of this here. So definitely glad that we are answering these questions good here. Let me go ahead and get to the next question. Let's see. Are you where you would thought you would be at this point in your life? I think I asked that one already, did we not? Yeah, I think we did. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one out here. Here is one that I absolutely like. It says, when it's all said and done, will you have said more than you have done? Wow. When it's all said and done, when all this is over with, will you have said more than you've actually done? For me, I'm going to say in the beginning, the answer was yes. I did a whole lot of talking because it was easy to do. I can sit up here and tell you how to build your business from the ground up. But then when it came time for me to do my business, for me to step out on faith, nah, what gonna happen? I was comfortable when in corporate America. I was comfortable getting that guaranteed W-2, getting that check every week, every other week. I was comfortable. And the idea of me just stepping out, no. I'm hoping that I've caught myself up with this, right? That I am actually now doing more and talking less. That's my goal. I'm hoping that right now I've reversed that in my mind, because like I said, back then I could tell you every single step that is needed. All you got to do is this. Oh, all you got to do, man, I just do this, just do that. And it was funny. My wife, God bless her soul, she would be around me. I would say a good 90% of the times when I was having these conversations, because remember I said, I think it was last week, I'm the wrong person to tell that you want to start a business, right? Because then once you tell me you want to start a business, I'm on you. I'm be like, man, look, all you got to do is this, do that. Don't worry, I got you. If you need help, come back, see me. We could talk about it. We could do woo, 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 woo. But, and my wife would sit there and she would give me that look. Y'all know how y'all women are. Y'all corner eye somebody like, yeah, you doing all that talking, but I don't see you doing it yourself. Because I expressed that to my wife, like, man, one day I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna do this, do that, and lo and behold, it didn't happen. Like I said, I should have started my own business probably well more than 7 years ago, but I did more talking than I actually doing. And again, fear probably took hold of me. Trying to be perfect probably took hold of me. Being not good enough for myself probably took hold of me. But that happened. So I mean, if that's you, then don't be don't be saying I put myself out there. That it happens. As long as you can look at that and reverse it and address it, you should be good to go. So let's see who we got any comments here. Give me cornbread. Ooh, that's a good one. I like to say that I struck a chord in you then, yeah, because that makes you think when it's all said and done, will you have said more than you have done? Okay. Let's see here. Michelle says, yeah, so that means I need to stop talking and just get it done. Just do it. Well, I'm going to say yes, but it is a process. If we could really at any given time just snap our fingers and make something change in our mind, I think we all would do it. But it is a process. So, Ms. Larson, I am going to say, definitely take your time, right? It took me 7 years to make that transition to stop talking and actually doing. And even with the YouTube channel, I've had this YouTube channel, I think, since 2016. Here it is, 2020, and I've only been doing consistent videos for 8 weeks now. So it's still brand new, right? It's still brand new. We got to work on it. Let's see, sketches to design, put this here. Says that I'm a doer, so I would have done more than talking. That's good, good. More behind the scenes, don't need to be in the limelight. I get it. Me too. So really being in front of the camera was a big challenge for me because I do like being behind the scenes. Like, I don't want to be the king. I want to be the king maker. Okay. Have your throne, sit on your throne with your crown. I just want to be in the back advising, right? That's pretty much my goal. So I completely get that. Let's see what who else we got said something here. So Maria says, no, I think I've done more than what. That's good. That's good. Really careful with your words, where the plan and do. That is beautiful. That's actually something I'm trying to get to. Trying to find that balance. Okay. Let's see here. Said this comment. So always true writer says, right, absolutely not. If I am not really ready to do something, I don't speak on it. Okay, well, that's good. So a lot of people don't really speak on it till they're ready, which is absolutely wonderful thing to do here. Also says that once I made the decision to do something and at least become comfortable with doing it, at that point, we're more comfortable with it. That is absolutely true, okay? Cool. Let's see what else. Last comment for coming up here. Again, playing with this. This is fun. I get to send comments to it via the iPad here. It says, when I talk, don't come out the way I thought. Then I say, what happened? That happens, right? Sometimes in our minds, things are formulated in our mind, but when we talk, it doesn't come out the way we really wanted it to. So yes, that happens truly. And I think that's all the questions. I only wanted to have 10. I have a whole list of questions that I could ask, but some of them were just a little bit too deep for me per se. So I really didn't want to go there a whole lot, but really just asking those questions, get it out there. Some for us to think about, some for us to have fun with, man. Again, I think that's pretty much it for me. We are good. For the first time in a long time, I've actually ended my stuff probably a little early there. So let's see here what we got. Still got some comments coming in, but hey, so with that being said, man, take all these questions, reflect, review, wonder, ponder, do what you need to do. If you see anything that needs to be changed based on the questions that's been asked, make those changes, and we can go from there. So what is happening? What is going on now? Now that we got this production type thing set up, hopefully, again, thank all of you for who were here live. Hopefully everything turned out right. I'm going to go back and review it, kind of see how things went down, what we can improve. If there's anything that you want to see different, anything that you want to see happening with this production as I play around with it, just a little more here, let me know, right? Always looking to have fun. I like sending messages here, right? But my good friend Maria says these were good ones, really got us thinking. That was the goal. So hopefully I got those brain juices going. Appreciate again everybody who's here. And I don't know. So make sure to leave comments, shoot me an email for anything you want to do. Again, kind of going back to the tax academy, not the tax academy, the business, the free course. If there's anything that you would like to see included in the course, anything that I didn't mention, again, we're going to, module 1 is going to be all about the psychology of business, breaking down, emotions, environments, mental states that has to be had so we can build the individual, because the individual is the business, right? And the business is the individual. So they have to intertwine. That's Module 1. Module 2 is all about getting started, which is going to help us understand. I think in Module 2, we're going to really learn how to test out our vision, test out the idea, make sure that it's feasible. Go fishing is what I call it, understanding who our clients are, understanding where they are. And once we test it out, then we say, okay, how do we develop a business model, right? How do we set things in place so we can make sure that we're generating revenue? And then once we generate revenue, we'll talk about legal structures, which one to choose based on your business model, based on your testing. So that's all of that's in Module 2. Module 3 is all about growth and development, right? So now that we've tested it out and we know it works, let's focus on the sales. How do we increase sales? What are the tools we can use? How do we market, resources, all that information there I think in Module 3. Then in Module 4, talks about organizing it all, understanding the finances, the budgeting, the bookkeeping, the taxes, keeping everything organized. And then there was something else in Module 4 that I know we're going to do that. And then there's the bonus material of how to really crush your goals, making sure that we are able to get things done. Some fun things, man. There's been some real good things on how to crush goals that I'll be excited to share in those modules. So if there is anything that I'm missing, anything that you would want to see in that course, because remember, I do plan on making it free to the public. I just put it out there, but I want to kind of, and maybe you guys can help with this idea. Even though it's free, I kind of want to limit it to individuals who are serious, right? Because if you put something that's free out there, people can just probably override the bandwidth, just coming in there, checking it out as they kicking the tires, as they may say, just because it's free, they want to check it out. But maybe I could try to do something to kind of weed out the individuals who aren't serious and just really leave it open to those individuals who are. But again, that's something maybe, give me some ideas. We'll love your feedback. And so let's see here. Let me send some more comments to our screen here. Always True Rider says, am I live every Friday? Yes. Radia, by the way. Oh, Radia, okay. My apologies. Somebody had to correct me. Appreciate that. But yes, for the last 8 weeks, I have been live every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, probably 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that is where you can find me, right here. James, don't worry about it, says that, got here late, but catch up. Always enjoy the content. Always enjoy you being here. Definitely. Who else? Give Me Cornbread says, thank you. And y'all know me. It's not about me. It's all about you. So as much as you're thanking me, I'm thanking you. Man, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because, like I said, we are here, top of the hour, 7 o'clock. Wow, this is the first time I've ever been able to end it right at 7. So I think maybe we'll have this a lot more fun. So again, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. If you like talking about taxes and business and strategies and things like that, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon so you'll get notified when I go live. And I think that will be it for now, man. So until next time, man, know that your favorite uncle cousin loves you. Y'all stay safe. You stay home. You stay healthy. Make sure you still drinking plenty of water, exercising, because I want to see you back here next week as we do it again. So, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end the stream, man, and I will talk to you guys next time. All righty. Peace.